You're like this over happy.
It stops being funny, and then you just keep going till it's funny again.
You're basically like this football player that has like a good run, and then the entire stadium starts cheering for him. And he gets really excited. And he's like, yeah, 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 and then he like rolls the ball over the sideline. That's you.
You know, I played in an indoor soccer league, and let's go ahead and hop into game number 2, by the way. As I start telling this story, I played in an indoor soccer league when I was building houses when I was in my early 20s, so it was me, white and nerdy Ben, with a bunch of Mexican house builders who were all really, really good at soccer. Like these guys are so good. Like it was like a county soccer league. So these guys
you were playing
dominated.
with 6 Messis, basically.
I was playing with 6 amateur Messis, right? Like this, we had one guy on our team who would just score from the backfield, just boom, and like knock it into the goal. People would be diving out of the way of the ball, and these guys tried so hard to get me to score a goal and never could. Like they would set me up with perfect passes, and I would miss every time, or I'd fall on my face. It was awful. I was never a gifted footballer, Kev.
Axiom's Alicia is, of course, a red Proto spawning on the right top side of Yangtze. We saw him go for, like, Blink opening on this map is very standard, so I don't want to say, like, very interesting or a little different build, but the way that he played it out, dropping that third gate, but then still dropping that Nexus so quickly, that's not something I see all that often. I have seen it before, you run into it on ladder every now and then. It is a little bit risky, because there are definitely ways that your opponent could take advantage of that. But however, we'll see if it's going to be the same. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Alicia switch it up a little bit, especially because he already played Yangtze, and of course he knows that Oz had the luxury of watching him.
Oz is not going to run the risk of getting cheese. He's scouting early and checking around for things like proxies. Interestingly, he's not scouting that little pocket where the cannon rush is so common.
Yeah. But his gate is in such a safe position that even if that would be the case, he'd probably be like, yeah, go ahead and cannon me, because I will be able to defend from this point on.
Wiedemann's would def win in this kind of situation.
Like
you don't scout that, Wiedemann's wins.
If the gate is all the way in the back of the base, it is kind of hard.
Not against Wiedemann.
Of course, Alicia is doing the same thing on the top side of the map as well. He's like, you go ahead and build a bunch of cannons over here. Okay, as long as I can still have my gate, as long as I can get 3 or 4 stalkers out, I should be able to go ahead and win the game.
As long as Wiedemann's remembers the forge.
Which wasn't the case with MLG.
Here's the scout from Alicia. You're going to see normal stuff. And he's saying to himself, man, I'm glad I didn't cannon rush. Because as Kev pointed out, it would be quite difficult to make it work from that kind of a position. Good building placement.
I wonder if he's going to cancel this Zealot.
I say yes. $5 on yes.
I don't think so. Okay, I'll take the $5.
Cancel it.
No, he's not going to cancel it.
Dang it.
$5. Ship it.
That sucks.
Cool. That's going to be on
Man, can we just take it out of what I subscribed to your stream for last night? Just call it even.
Why? That was not a forced subscription at all.
It was I had a premonition that I would owe you $5 the next day.
Twilight being wiped in the back of Alicia's base once more, man. Could still be for Dark Templars as well this time, even though last time he dropped 2 more gates. I think last time he also opened up with 2 gateways. It was just like he delayed those stalkers for a little bit. So it could be different. Now Twilight being wiped in the back of Oz's base as well. So you could say almost identical. Once more Alicia just with that slightly quicker Twilight console. And now he has a Zealot out as well, which he didn't have in the previous time, because then he opened up with 3 stalkers. There are so many ways that lead to Blink.
There are many indeed. And we are not going to see DTs out of Alicia this time around. There's still a chance for Oz to get cheeky. Hashtag cheeky.
Alicia sees his probe leave on the left side of the map, and the best thing about it is that Oz did not know that Alicia saw that probe leave. 2 more gates being wiped in for Oz now as well. So it's just kind of the same thing as the Desro game. Even though Desro only stayed on 2 gates with the Twilight, it's good news for Oz. They decide to go for 3 gates. This Mothership might get a probe. There he goes.
Not gonna get you.
He forced us to recall. Well, still get 2.
This
he
is
should recall really
super
soon though.
YOLO Mothership core. I don't know about this. Takes a ton of damage. Zealot is going to make its way into the main base. Meanwhile, we see a Mothership core on the other side of the map too. And it's hard for me to say what just happened. 1 probe died, so not much.
Okay, so Alicia showed the Dark Shrine when that Mothership core was in the main base. And Oz saw that Dark Shrine, and now he canceled the Dark Shrine. And he dropped another gate, so we're going to see 4 Gateway Blink Stalker against 3 gates. And I'm not a big fan of 4 Gateway Blink Stalker Ben, because it's also one of those things that's super YOLO, and you're putting yourself in this position where you're gonna have to do a lot of damage. But the absolute dream scenario for 4 Gate Blink Stalker is playing against just 3 Gate Blink Stalker, where those 3 Gate Blink Stalkers are actually out on the map, so you can get some sort of a rolling fight. You can start the engagement in the middle of the map, and if I was Oz right now, Ben, I'd feel hella confident to be out on the map, because hey, you saw the Dark Shrine and you have 3 Gate and Blink Stalkers. Wow, if Alicia makes this work, it's the sickest mind game. I'd be so impressed, man. This is a pretty perfect scenario for Alicia. It doesn't get much better than this. All these units are out on the map. Wow, poor Oz.
Blink is ready, but they're just going to bypass each other.
That's still good though, because as long as Oz, like this Mothership Core doesn't even have energy for a Photon Overcharge. And the Stalker count is going to be in favor of Alicia, because it's 4 gates against 3. Sentries are going to be sort of useless. Here come those Stalkers, Ben. A lot of pros are going to die. This is so sick by Alicia. Fantastic.
So many mind games. As these Stalkers are just going to rip right through the mineral line. And obviously this is a phenomenal position to be in for Alicia. He's going to kill every single probe, and it's going to become some kind of Quaker base race.
Yeah, but Alicia should have more Stalkers, because A was mining for a little bit longer. Photon Overcharge will not even go down, I think. No, Mothership Core is just going to be safe. I kind of like that, because it's like this base is dead anyways, and it's very easy to micro-blink Stalkers out of Photon Overcharge when there is nothing else shooting at it. So I like the fact that he said, like, you know what, I'd rather keep my Mothership Core alive than trying to drop some Desperation Nexus, as every unit completely counts. So we're going to have indeed a pretty sick scenario. Well, but 13 against 8 Stalkers, you know. Oz can only win if Alicia really messes it up.
And even worse for Oz is the fact that he's only got a single pylon out on the map, whereas Alicia has 2 with the promise of 1 more. And Oz has got no cash. He can't even build in a simulator.
Or in a simulator. Alicia is just gonna... You probably don't want to reveal then again. He doesn't have money for next anyway, so it's going to be revealed. Might as well just drop it right now. Any probe?
The probe won't be revealed.
That's true.
So it gives him 1 more trick. Little hat. And so there's just a single pylon out on the map right now for Oz that he has got to protect. Alicia's not going after it just yet.
There's only one way to describe games like this. I know Hazards loves to say it as well. This is PvP in all its glory.
This is a tribute to the beta, Wings of Liberty.
This was very well done there by Alicia. Yes, he was rolling the dice there a little bit, but he just knows this matchup so well. He knows that Oz is a very good player, so he is kind of expecting Oz to make the right moves. However, Alicia just switches things up, and that makes PvP such a volatile and, you know, crazy matchup where anything could just happen in the blink of an eye. You might think you're so sure of something, you might think you know what to do, but then your opponent switches it up mid-game. I really love plays like this by Alicia though.
The blink of an eye. I see what you did there. As well, the race is essentially on. There's far more Stalkers out on the map here for Alicia. He would have to make a catastrophic mistake.
Guardian Shield is good.
And Force Field could be a factor depending on the fight.
And depends a lot on A, how the blinks are, and B, you know, okay, maybe he can force field units actually like out of...
and the Observer helps too.
Yeah, that's true. But the Mothership Core gives so much high ground vision, man. Time warp goes down. Oh, this is smart. Mothership Core, if he gets it, wow, he gets it. Now this is massive, because now there's no more high ground vision for Alicia. Okay. Maybe.
Suicide on the pylon?
No, he doesn't have to. He can just fight and blink.
Time Warp is going to go down. Time Warp is going to help out. Mothership Core does fall, but the Stalker count is still overwhelming.
I love that Alicia immediately run over here to the south side Ben and realize that he needs high ground vision, otherwise there would be too many free volleys for us. And GG is called. Alicia will win this series and move on to WCS.